this is how my boat sees me. I have a 2009 Lagoon 380 S2 owner's version, and I want to make some modifications to the air conditioning because it's really hard to keep pulling this hose apart from that seacock to blow out all the crap that gets stuck in the lines all the time. And I don't make a lot of videos, so I'm sorry. Okay, here's what I have. I know that the line for my boat, the Aircon, is a 1-inch diameter. What I want to do is add a bypass. So instead of having to constantly take these stupid, really aggravating hose clamps off every time I need to clean it out, I can just access it through this hose, through this bypass, and I can unscrew the cap, screw this in, add the hose right here, and just turn it on and blast all the junk, open up the seacock on either side, and blast it all out. And so what I was using to clean it out was this. And I know it looks interesting, but you screw it into the hose, and there's like little tiny, and you put it into the plugged hose right here, and this end is screwed on to like a garden hose. It's attached to the pedestal, and this thing expands and drives the water at a really high rate through the hose, and it's supposed to blow out all the junk that gets stuck in your air conditioner. And it works, but it's really scary because this thing like really expands pretty alarmingly, and if you're worried, it's just it works, but you can't, the end that's the seacock, you can't really clean off that end. So I'm thinking if I create a bypass in the hose, then I can, this is just a lot easier to use and a lot more sturdy and accessible, just screwing a hose into that, than using this thing, which is just kind of scary. now there's diluted barnacle buster. Right now there's diluted barnacle buster in there. So, like anybody who has ever worked on a boat, just assume that your first tool's gonna let you down and have a backup. Tin snips are my favorite. Barnacle buster that has been sitting in the hose for the past 2 days, busting barnacles. It smells like a crime scene. Now also, you should take off your rings while you're doing this. What I normally wear. Oh. Alright. It smells like crap. I know you're saying, why didn't you just leave it off the other end? But that would just make things too easy, wouldn't it? Oh, it smells so bad. screw this up, you sink your boat. So basically, you have a really expensive piece of machinery that is utterly dependent on something that cost $1.57 from the local hardware store. And if you screw it up, you sink your boat, which I think is horrible. And I think raw water lines are stupid and I hate them. And these are the last ones I have on the boat. And if I can figure out a way to get rid of these and use the air conditioner with recirculated fresh water, I will. Because it can't be that hard. And the more I learn about boats, the more I think that there's a lot of better ways to do things. Make sure this doesn't leak. So let's see if I have any leaks. Oh yeah, that's definitely leaking. Of course. Alright, so I'm going to have to go get my socket wrench and make these tighter and put this farther up. Okay, I couldn't get it to stop leaking, so I'm employing my power tool. Oh, that's right. And if you don't have one of these, they're the best, and you need one. Because otherwise, you really can't see what you're doing. Alright. Unless you're 20, which I'm not. Alright. I am going to grab some random fabric just so I can get this dry. Let's see if we're leaking still. Yep, still leaking. I suck. So frustrating. Alright, it was the top. I just hadn't tightened it enough. We're good. Hey, alright. Okay. Now I'm going to shut off the seacock, open this up, insert this with the hose attached, and I'm going to blow out either end and see what, well, I know what's going to happen. Well, I know what I want to happen. We'll see how it works. Whoops. Well, did not like that. Now I'm all wet. I'm not super wet, but this did not like having the water. Here's the hose. This did not like it, and I think it literally blew the gasket. I'm gonna get let that do its thing. Work on that and try again. Okay, I think I've got it running. I have the water on low. Let me show you. All right, that's shutting off the bilge pump because I filled the bilge full of water. That's the hose from the spigot. It's going into here. You can see a little bit of pressure and a lot of water, which I'm gonna have to clean up. And I'm looking to see if I've got anything coming out on the Aircon. I don't. So I'm going to slowly increase the pressure to push more water through that, because the last time I started full blast and it just blew. So I'm going to go slowly and carefully now. Moving. Oh, duh, I'm an idiot. All right, I'm a little dyslexic being a lefty. It's not supposed to be coming out this side. It's supposed to be coming out that side, which it is. Okay, so I have fresh water running through my starboard air conditioning system, and I suppose if I wanted to backwash it, if that one got kind of screwed up, I could open that one too, but that one I'm more likely to just go underneath and kind of scrape it out manually. But at least now I don't have to pull off all of that, all of the hose fittings, which is hard for me. I just have to get into that. Okay, I'm gonna shut it off and cap it off, and then I'll show it again. These are my favorite things. The spa sanitizer brominating tabs. I put those in the, I'll show you. Let's do this part first. I'm not going to turn this back on because I don't want any raw water in the line. And this feels fairly tight. And now going to put some brominating tablets in there because that makes things extra nice. Safety glasses. Tablets. Make sure it's even all around. Then I will use the wet dry vac to suck all the water out of the bilge. I was working with mostly fresh water, so I don't think I need to rinse this again to get the raw water out. This is the old fridge line. I need to find it, trace it back and pull it out because I use an air-cooled one, and this is, I think, the pump for the raw water up in the kitchen in the galley, and I'm going to pull that out too because I don't need it. And this is my water maker. I do need that one, so I'm going to leave that one, but I may move it. But this is my overflow tank. I don't open that or put anything in it because it's just freshwater condensate, so it doesn't smell super bad, but I definitely do need to get the water out of the bilge there because it'll stink and I don't like smells. There you go.